In my view, the BBC is a dinosaur. The way it's funded is just as bad in the TV license, and nothing of any value presents itself to me anymore coming from that department. They are well and truly part of the mainstream media, and I have been well documented in my comments on this video after video after video. One big issue we have is the TV license, and still the way people perceive it. The number of people in this country that still have a TV license, obviously, is what funds the BBC. And even though there is an option to cancel your TV license on the website, I'm led to believe, you could probably do it in another way as well. Somebody let me know in the comments. They don't make it very well known. I've seen many, many examples of news articles where they're saying that the number of cancellations has increased, where people are probably realizing, hang on a minute, this doesn't work for me anymore. This BBC TV license, I don't want it. I don't need it. Why should I have it? It does nothing for me. If you're one of those, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Well, what happens when people do cancel the TV license? It's like anything. Knowledge is power. You have to know what you need a TV license for, and when you're required to have one, and what you should and shouldn't do when you don't have one. Again, that's all very well documented, and there are YouTubers out there that do this. A very disturbing article I read. Here's the headline for it: pensioners pressured by nasty letters to buy a BBC TV license. They're putting fear into people. Now, it looks like anybody that's elderly, they're going after them. If it's a case of you're 75 years old or over and you're in receipt of pension credit, then you are entitled to a free TV license. But if you're over 75, bear in mind, probably long retired by then, 5-10 years, you are expected to pay for it if you watch live broadcast and all the rest of the rules. There is an example, and I'll read you this out. An 84-year-old spoke about her experience of receiving nasty letters from the Simple Payment Plan, who told her she needed to pay or would be subject to a visit from enforcement officers. Quite frightening if you're 84 years old and vulnerable. Britons who watch any kind of live TV, not just BBC programming, are expected to pay the fee, set to rise to $169.50 a year in April. Now that's quite a dramatic increase, isn't it, from what it is at the moment? Now, this 84-year-old wished to remain anonymous. Can't say I blame her. She says she never watches live TV, so did not apply for a TV license. After beginning to watch a news program last summer, she was in complete ignorance that she would now need to pay for the license. She soon received 2 letters telling her she would need to pay. She reached out to clarify if this was the case, and it was confirmed. The pensioner explained, as soon as you pointed that out to me, I arranged to have a TV license, but prior to that, I had 2 of these have nasty letters arrive. So what they're doing, if it's cancelled, they're applying the pressure on people to basically have a TV license. This is an example of what's coming in the post. If you don't take action, we'll schedule a visit. It almost sounds like sending the boys round, doesn't it? Your TV license has been cancelled because you've not paid for it. Now time is running out. You can make a fresh start by joining the Simple Payment Plan, but if we don't hear from you as soon as possible, we will pass your details on to one of our enforcement teams. If they find evidence you're breaking the law, you risk prosecution and a fine of up to £1,000. Now, I don't know legally what you're expected to do and not to do, i.e. let them in, show them whether you've got a television or not, or anything else. That's for others to decide. But for an 84-year-old to receive something like that, in my view, is totally out of order. And why is it happening in the first place? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to watch another one of my videos, there's one that's just popped up on the screen here for you. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.